All right, so after a little bit of confusion, we're down here. We're gonna do the Elders Run Trail. It starts here at Middle Creek Trail, and apparently you can go either way to get, it just makes a loop. So here we are. Okay.
Well, we can always...
There's a couple of different trails listed on All Trails for this area. One of them is the Elders Run Loop Trail, but that's not the one we're doing. We're doing the Middle Creek Elders Run Trail, which starts on the Middle Creek Trail. And once again, I am here with Lewis from Simply Explo Venturing, and it has stopped raining. So we're gonna take advantage of this today and get some more good fresh air time and some exercise time. This one starts on a little teeny boardwalk. I guess it was so boggy here they put a short boardwalk. There's a sign here that says there's stocked trout waters for those fisher people out there. So they're still wet naturally, and if you're going out in the rain, always be prepared for wet, muddy trails. So I see on the map that there's a little stream over here, and I'm like going through the woods to try to find it. I don't know if Lewis is going to continue on, but I want to see the stream and the water features, even if it is boggy. There's a little board here, but lots of mud, lots of wet. And this is actually the bridge to this stream that we just crossed over on. And here's a nice view of the stream. You see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a mist rising off of the water. Yeah, that's kind of cool. There we go. I think he just kept going down the trail. Not sure. And it is wet and yucky, and I understand. Not everybody wants to go back and get all yucky and wet like I always do. Okay, Lewis is up there waiting for me. I'm just always behind. That's gonna probably be my trail name. Confused and behind. All right, looks like we're on a good track right now. Boy, that was very confusing from the other place that we were. It said 5 minutes down the road, but the thing is, we weren't sure which way each of us were starting from. And then when you did find the spot, the trail is actually across the road and kind of hidden. So, but nevertheless, we're here and we're enjoying this trail. It looks like a really nice trail. So we tried this little side path, and you can sort of see the stream, but it's real boggy. And I don't have on my Gore-Tex boots. I just wore my topos today. You can see a log going across it. You can still hear some traffic here, but it won't be the whole time. There's even a little side trail around that part of the trail because it's so boggy and wet. Passing some really pretty, I don't know what this is. It doesn't look like skunk cabbage. I'm not sure what exactly this is. But I think hiking and talking with other creators and researching stuff after I see it, it's actually teaching me a whole lot. Things that I never knew before. And they have on this trail a bunch of these little bridges, which is really kind of cool. Because, I guess even on days where it hasn't rained, there's probably still a lot of mud and, things coming out that you don't want to have to necessarily walk in. So I just stepped in the wrong place and sank down up to my ankles and it pulled one of my shoes off, actually. I'm really glad I took my socks off. Right over there is the stream again. We went across the little bridge, and I guess I just kind of plowed forward and didn't look and went right into the mud. Stuff like this that gets me so far behind. Look at these mushrooms. I gotta get in there. These are so cool. So pretty. Nice. And I'm seeing them all along the trail on these logs. I don't know if they're the edible kind or not. They're all over these trees. It's really pretty. And then if you turn around, there's the creek we're walking alongside. So right now it's pretty visible at this spot. There's a nice little side path here down to this stream. And you can see it a lot better down here. It's plus it's actually flowing, so it's not just sitting there all still like it was in other areas. Let me see here. Let me get a little closer. Sort of. Very pretty. There's some more of the stream. So beautiful. And Lois pointed out up here, there's a really pretty A-frame across the creek.
Right through the trees, you can see
right in there.
a red A-frame house. This is an alpine house.
And look here, this nice little bridge goes over a creek. I'm gonna go down here. And see what it looks like. Oh, cool. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's a really pretty little stream here going under this bridge. This is an Eagle Project 2023. Grayson Leedy Boy Scout Troop. Ah, it was very slippery. Let's go down the other side. Just look at that. So pretty. Wow. Okay, we're at the part of the trail that you can either go forward, and that goes on a whole different trail, but we make a sharp right, and this should be on, yep, the Elders Run Trail. Another beautiful little bridge with the stream running under it. Wow. Okay, the nice flat part is over, and now we're going uphill. So we're at the ruins that are along this trail, and I do believe these might be the ruins that I saw before, but I can't be sure until I get down here. Kind of cool, huh? Okay, yeah, these are the ruins that I saw on the other trail when I went last summer. But they had been coming from the other direction, so I'd seen the furnace. You can see it up there, and I had seen the spring house secondly. So, but it's a very cool spot. A lot of intact ruins. So while he's filming in there, I'm gonna walk up around here. So this is the interior of the first room, and you can see that there's, it looks like a place for maybe a door over there. Place for a window here. And I'm not sure exactly what kind of room it was, but definitely this would have been the room for heat, possibly to cook things in. A lot smaller than today's typical room size, for sure. But it's really cool that it's still here, you know, and we can look at it. Back around the back here. And it's just so cool that it's still intact. I mean, look at that mortar. All the way up. Very cool. Right, and then while Lewis is up at the house, I wanted to get back down here and go inside here. Okay, I found my headlamp. That's the only flashlight I have along with me. But you can see down here, then this is a spring house where the water collects. There's a metal beam across here. Lots of cobwebs. Ooh, yikes. I don't know, Topo Ranger, I think I found a spider as big as the one you had on your video. Let's see if he's friendly. Oh my goodness. Big spider. I'm not gonna head in there any further. I'm sure there's more than one. I'm not sure what this is, but it's sitting alongside of the well, the spring house. It's a brick. I don't see any other bricks around here. Maybe, I don't know, but it's a broken brick. It says Quaker. Okay, so we turned off of the Elders Trail, which could have kept going on the Elders Trail, but we don't have that much time today. But we are completing the loop that we started out to complete. So we just made a right here onto Horseshoe Trail, and this will complete our loop. But I'm looking like, oh my gosh, more uphill. What? And this is the part of the trail where I say hike your own hike. It's was a lot more uphill, and Lewis is way ahead of me, but it's wet. My feet are soaked because I had to take my socks off, and then I stepped in that mud. And now I'll turn the camera around. We're going through a lot of weeds, and it's a trail, but there's wet weeds. So we're still on the Horseshoe Trail. We passed another trail, that spur to Valley View Trail. I'm still walking through this tall, wet grass. I am so saturated. My feet, they are wet. They feel like little sponges inside my shoes. So this last part wasn't my favorite part, needless to say. I don't think there's anything special on it. It's just, you know, walk through the woods in the mud. So we came out of that jungle, came out to a power line, and now we're going through this jungle. This is really, really overgrown. I don't know how they can even call this a path. This is crazy. I mean, it's up above my head. And there's briars getting stuck on. Oh my God. All right, and now we're going downhill. Much better. Not going through a weed forest with briars.
There's another spur to the valley.
Oh. This is better. But it is downhill and it is muddy. You said that's a spur
Yeah.
trail. Okay, we're almost back out to the car. I can see the road down there. So this concludes the hike today with Lewis from Simply Explo Venturing. Every time I always forget the ing at the end.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did you like the trail today?
I loved it. Had its challenges at times. I loved that we found that ruins. I mean, she's been on this trail before, so she was more familiar with it than I am. Sort of familiar with this area, but I've only done maybe, well, this is now 4 trails now here in this whole system here at Middle Creek.
Yeah, Middle Creek Wildlife Management
Area.
So, and with that, I have to get home. I have an appointment, so I'm going to say see you next time and namaste.